And we're live.
Although it's fair, with Arnold, you are dealing with a 6'1" man with a bodybuilder's fat level, right?
Yeah.
So like none of that is like, it's all muscle and skin.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Whereas like
on a much smaller bone
Is Arnold
structure.
only 6'1"? I pictured him as taller.
He's no taller than 6'2". There's been some like, was he really 6'2"? You know,
right?
But
Then the whole Trump thing. I'm the tallest president in history.
And it's like, I mean, everybody agrees that's Lincoln. Isn't that well understood? Wasn't Lincoln like 6'6"? Yeah.
I think Lincoln was a real tall guy, especially for his time, right? Like people were smaller back then. He's like a 7-footer back then.
Oh, yeah.
Arnold was 6'1".
Yeah. Everybody's all got malnutrition.
Like, we haven't had a short president in like fucking forever. Once like cameras got big. Yeah.
You know, like it just, you look like the leader when you're, nose and higher sticks above everybody else. You look like the leader when you're a dude. Like there's a, central casting aspect, and not that all of them hit it exactly. Like Obama and Trump certainly don't hit central casting when you think of presidential, but it just helps. It helps. I think one of the reasons Jeb Bush lost is he looked like the dude that got picked on in high school.
Yeah, that guy, dude, those clips of him getting bullied by Trump are so fun. What did Trump say? He's like, every single time I get closer to the middle, I can hardly see you over there now. My God, what are you polling at, 1%? Embarrassing. Like,
he's calling him low energy all the time, and like that low energy thing will stick with him for the rest of his life. I imagine that his Christmas gifts are addressed that way.
Like they send him like a pack of 9-volt batteries or something. Like,
like if there's a box and it says too low energy, everyone hands it to Jeb Bush.
Yeah, that is funny. Just such a stupid, juvenile insult, and it's like. Everybody,
but on the nose
here. Yeah, it's on the nose.
On the nose, though.
He was low energy. He was like, Mr. Slow, Mr. Lackadaisic, like
Sleepy Ben Carson, like a sleepy doctor. Okay, yeah, that one fit too. Like it.
Yeah, he looked exhausted all the time.
Yeah, at first his branding seemed amazing, but it got pretty redundant later.
What was what were some other good? Did he ever say like fat Chris Christie or no?
They were friends.
I thought they had like a falling out, and I would imagine
that eventually, but he was on his transition team and stuff. Like during the debates, they were kind of on the same side.
Man, if I were Chris Christie, little Marco's good because like even on the stage, it was like,
he wasn't just short. Like he also was slight. Like he just seemed smaller.
You know who is incredibly. Who do you think the ugliest politician is that we have right now?
A successful one?
Yeah, like top of.
Nancy Pelosi is hard to look at.
Yeah, but she's so old. I almost grade her in a curve.
Yeah, I want to say like Dianne Feinstein is older than God, and she looks horrific, and so like that's almost not fair. So like just a genuinely ugly one, I would almost lean Ted Cruz. Like he
had a moment where he lost a little weight and grew the beard, and he just looked a lot better. Like when he first grew the beard, he was crushing.
That's true. Yeah, it gave him like the jaw like the fake jaw definition.
I'm trying to think of an actual ugly politician. I'm googling this.
Ugliest politicians in modern history. Let's see.
How'd you like to be on that list?
Yeah, this rep
I lead a state. God damn it.
Dude, the feature picture of this is Sonny Bono.
Oh my God. Eleanor Roosevelt is awful.
She's an absolute dog.
Boris Yeltsin. Okay.
She ran our country.
Oh, Boris Yeltsin. That's a good one because he had that
called a
weird ass nose and the wines. Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln is on this list. How dare you?
It was not a good looking man.
Richard Nixon was on this list. Now, I think younger Richard Nixon wasn't so bad looking.
He's got that like road rash pock marking though. It's not a good look.
Does he?
And I I don't know why everybody loves Lincoln so much. Like Lincoln could have a good president would have negotiated and freed the slaves. He lost nearly 600,000 Americans in the process. Like I don't.
Yeah, and that was a really high percentage at the time because we didn't have 350 million people. Yeah, that's probably what we're at now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's great that slavery ended. It's wonderful that slavery ended. But did 600,000 people have to die for it? these 550,000 casualties of war. Like I don't even think that tells the story of like, I don't know, people who may have like been like collateral damage or maybe died because of food shortages or something.
They're mostly Southerners though, right? The dead ones. So fuck them.
No, I think the North lost more.
No, both sides took egregious losses in the Civil War. It was
I make up my own facts in these arguments.
It's very close. I think maybe the South lost like 300,000, and then or the North lost like 300, and maybe the South lost 250,000, something like that.
God damn it! It's nobody is making lists of the ugliest politicians.
I know, it is really a struggle. If you click a Google image search on ugly politician. Shit, Newt Gingrich comes up. I don't recognize this chick. Trump comes up a bunch of times. Wow. This guy's good looking. Is he the Canadian dude?
Yeah, Trudeau. He's definitely not ugly. He's good looking.
If you click on the article, they're not calling him ugly.
Trump isn't handsome, but he doesn't jump out as me. Like particularly ugly. He is fat.
Trump is in his mid 70s though, or late 70s maybe. And prime Trump was just definitely not ugly.
No, I think he's a handsome man. I think Trump, young Trump, is a fairly handsome man, and even more so because like of who he is and all he has.
The mayor of Chicago looks rough. I remember that one because I saw a photo of her and I was like, oh my goodness, she looks ill. Who else? Do attractive politicians? Oh my God, these are like. They're clickbaiting me into real articles with news in it. I don't want that. Oh, in an ugly special election. Shut the fuck up. I don't care about an ugly special election. Ugly politicians, exclamation point. So they know, so Google knows I'm serious about this. This could get, damn it. Who's, Ted Cruz. He's not that bad, I guess, anymore.
It's just, I think it's weird. Politicians, I think in general they're just not outliers. It's hard to think of a really hot one. And it's hard to think of a super ugly one. Okay, what do you got? You got
Tulsi Gabbard. Like she can get it all day, every day, and like twice on Sundays. Like just super fucking
look her up. I could be wrong.
I'm all about that. Like she's got that
her surfer butt that they always fixate on in the pictures.
Got that fat surfer ass. She's just got a real cute face. She's very intelligent, which is a turn on. Just all about that. I would love to be the first man of Hawaii.
If you do a Google image search on Tulsi Gabbard ass, you don't see it. What kind of bullshit is that?
Lori Lightfoot always looks so scared.
I'm on my way.
You gotta bing that booty. You're gonna get all sorts of stuff.
Oh, well, some of these are clearly doctored. She didn't do any porn.
No, that's real. That's real. That's how.
See, Lori Lightfoot, she always looks just like so surprised. I think the only photo was the one at the top.
Close your mouth, Andrea. Oh, is that Lori Lightfoot, that black chick there who always looks like she's homeless?
She always looks like someone just gave her the most shocking news of her life.
I've seen 70-year-old men with better hairlines than that bitch.
Yeah, that hairline is rough. And the style does not help either because it's only like
she looks like an extra from The Wire.
All right. That is the same style that we have, Taylor. I don't know why you're ripping on her hair.
She's like, I can just see her being like, on the streets of Baltimore, you gotta be hard. Like she looks like she's fucking like a street ruffian from The Wire. Like she looks so nasty. I don't know how.
Gabbard is good looking. Yeah. I was going to like push back and be like, she's only good looking in the context of a politician. But no, if this was a lineup of soccer moms, she'd be near the top.
Oh, she's the queen of soccer moms. Although I don't know, I like those like soccer moms that have clearly had a little work done, and they're like mega Karens. They're like blonde with big fake tits and stuff like that, and they still like hit the fucking bike every day.
Does Tulsi Gabbard have pockmarks?
Husband already replaced
on
him.
Her face? I think she does.
Yeah, she's just a little bit.
The Supreme Court Justice Elena Kagan. That's not great. Here,
is she 1,000 years old though?
Not well. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. This
61. So that's old. I don't think that's too old.
61? No, I'm with you. And look, I can. Zach, can you show her? Yeah, I'm looking at her picture and I'm saying, no, she was not hot 15 years ago.
No,
she was never hot. She wasn't hot at 19.
You're gonna look like you're not gonna look nearly that old in 13 years. Not even in the same ballpark of aging. So, but I bet you stress eat a lot when you're on the Supreme Court.
Is she on?
Yeah, she's on the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Yeah. That's something I wonder about, like those jobs, like being on the Supreme Court. How much work are you really doing? Is it like every day it's like up at 7, I got to read about the law? Or is it like when something gets thrown up to us, we'll make our decision. But other than that, party in the USA.
My understanding is that they are going over a lot of cases all the time. And it's only like the big ones that like get our attention.
But are they doing it, or do they delegate all that work constantly?
I think they have to do it because they're like the decision makers.
Yeah, but they all have like aides or associate clerks. That's the word. And so yeah, I can totally see what you just said being reality, where it's like, oh, I'm so swamped. I'm going to hire 2 extra clerks because I'm a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah, because the clerks would give their fucking left nut to work for me. So I'm gonna do what Trump would do, which is like, all right, you take in all this. Report back to me. If it's more than 1 page, fuck you. Get back at it. And there you have it.
How much do they make?
Oh, a Supreme Court clerk?
No,
Supreme Court justice. An associate justice gets $208, and a chief justice only gets bumped up to $217, which doesn't seem fair.
Not much of a raise.
No, they should double that up.
The chief justice thing is so unfair. So if people don't know, you don't become a chief justice by like being the best justice. You don't get promoted to it. If the chief justice is the one that you're replacing, you become chief justice. It's kind of every 9th justice is the chief one, roughly.
So you just luck out.
Apparently they only do 75 cases a year. That's a lot of cases. That's That's more than 1 a week.
I could do it in 1 week.
Yeah, I could do it badly.
I wouldn't do it well.
I could do it badly in
a day. 75 a week. No. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Sir, you just legalized 3-month-old abortions. Can we go back? Well, yeah, that's how this works. No.
Well, the printer's out of ink. So we're forging ahead.
Someone used all the blue ink again.
Yeah.
No, I think that 75 a week is a year is a lot, because they're like major cases that they have to like weigh, and they usually have to write I don't remember what they call the thing they write, like their opinion.
Their opinion, yeah.
Yeah, and
I have no frame of reference for how much 75 is to them.
It's more than 1 a week.
But do they get to all split it and then only come in for like?
Yeah, there's a majority opinion and a minority opinion, right? They don't all have to write opinions.
Yeah, but they all have to like come to a decision, and it has to be an informed decision.
Yeah,
does it have to be an informed decision? Because
these
are lifetime appointments.
You had 1 job, Bill. You had 1 job. Like.
I'd be like, I wasn't really paying attention to that.
We just sold Illinois.
Yeah, we sold Illinois
to Syria.
We got to bomb Illinois now.
This just in: Chicago has been leveled. Turns out it's ran by a madman.
The court hears oral arguments in cases from October through April. So that's 6 or 7 months.
6 months, yeah.
From October through December, arguments are heard during the first 2 weeks of each month. From January through April, arguments are heard on the last 2 weeks of each month. Huh. I wonder if that means that the weeks they're not hearing arguments, they're not doing anything. Probably not.
Yeah, or they might be vacationing or something.
They might be writing their opinions.
Yeah, or their opinions. I don't know, but I mean, there was nothing that could make me bullshit my job more than getting an unassailable lifetime appointment. Like, you're just in, dude. What are they going to do?
In.
Are they going to fire you?
You can be impeached, but I don't think it's ever happened.
Yeah, do the bare minimum. Like, write an opinion and be like, I don't like it. And that's it.
Or I would love it if one of them was like half-assed like that, or just like,
oh,
I'm annoyed that our time was even wasted on, like, that's their opinion. I'm annoyed that our time was even wasted on this subject matter. It's sweeps week, okay? ABC has a new show that I've been trying to get into, And I missed the first 3 episodes. This has been almost a month on this nonsense. I don't even have a TiVo anymore. Do people even have those? Like this is long drawn out minutia they're having to read out loud. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a great gig to have.
For sure.
But it seems like only the best and brightest get that gig. And the guys who have the least skeletons in their closet, if you subtract Kavanaugh. I still side with Kavanaugh on that thing. He sold me with his whole I remember hearing
Fury
his
thing. My dad wrote this calendar with me. I thought his dad was dead. He's sitting behind him. The fuck?
Why are you about the calendar? I mean, he was crying because of the nonsense that he was going through. I side with him on that one, and
it didn't seem very bolstered at the time.
He sold me, and maybe he's just a great liar, but he sold me, and I believed him over her. She was not as good at telling her truth. And he was just so good at telling what may have been a lie that just he definitely came out the more believable of the two parties, especially when like she just had such a foggy memory of what had even happened.
Yeah, there's like nothing falsifiable.
She didn't know who else was there, and she didn't know like that. When was it? I'm not really sure. We did these parties like on Saturday nights, sometime between July and September. It was like this big thing. I don't know. She just couldn't sell me.